The coyote is one of the most common species of mammals in North America. Coyotes have traditionally served many different roles in human culture simultaneously as a pest and a mystical creature with various magical attributes. Their melancholic howls at night have seized the human imagination for many thousands of years. Although still hunted in large numbers, this nocturnal species has adapted to modern human societies and thrived as never before. Alternate names for this species include the prairie wolf and the brush wolf. The coyote was an important figure in North American folklore. It was often viewed as a symbol of craftiness and deceit, sometimes donning various guises to trick people. In Mesoamerica, it was a cosmological symbol of military strength. Coyotes are incredibly mobile animals that will roam around their natural territory for several miles every day. If they are facing stiff competition for food and resources, then it may travel more than 100 miles in search of a new home. The coyote has a lean, wolf-like appearance with yellow eyes, a floppy tail, and very large ears in relation to body size. The luxurious coat consists of soft underfur and longer, tougher outer hairs. This fur has an unusual mixture of color, gray, brown, and almost yellow on the upper parts of the body, white around the stomach and throat, and red-brown around the muzzle and feet. The exact color of the fur may vary based on the geographical range of the subspecies in question. These animals shed around once a year in the summer, replacing its fur with an entirely new coat. The typical coyote measures up to 37 inches long from the head to the rear end, plus another 16 inches along the tail. The entire body weighs up to 50 pounds, although females are slightly smaller on average than males. The coyote is about the same size as a medium dog like the bearded collie. One interesting fact about their behavior is a highly fluid social arrangement. Although large packs are not usually the norm, this species does seek out comfort and cooperation in pairs or family units with established dominance hierarchies. This very plastic and changeable social behavior means that the coyote is comfortable hunting alone or with the pack. If it hunts with the pack, then they may target larger animals that require teamwork to bring down. In order to communicate, the coyote has a truly massive repertoire of sounds, body language, and scent signals. It is believed to be one of the most vocal mammals in all of North America. These vocalizations serve as a way to signal alarm, convey a greeting, or announce the animal's presence to other members of the pack. These animals sound much like a dog or wolf with an array of different barks, howls, and growls. Coyotes demonstrate aggression with an arched back and a threatening growl. This show of strength is particularly important when fighting with other members for dominance within the pack. On the other hand, a low body posture and yelping sounds can also signal submission to a more dominant member. Scent is another important aspect of their communication. The species has a specialized gland located right around the tail as a signaling device to other members. The coyote will also mark its territories on rocks, bushes, or other objects. The coyotes is a highly intelligent and resourceful animal. Unlike dogs, they probably lack the ability to follow human commands. But their cleverness has been a much remarked upon feature for many centuries, and modern studies suggest that coyotes are capable of planning out hunting strategies in advance. Because of their long claws, they are very good diggers, and yet they prefer to find abandoned dens, usually created by badgers, woodchucks, or other animals, and then enlarge it. These burrows provide homes and a natural base for their hunting range for years at a time. Coyotes are nocturnal hunters that sleep during the day and come out at night. Their most active hours are the late evening and early morning. The main difference between these species is their size. The coyote is much smaller than a wolf, which can easily measure 4 to 6 feet and weigh well over 100 pounds, depending on the sex. The coyote is also less likely to form large packs. However, they generally exhibit the same degree of intelligence. Sometimes you can tell the difference just through vocalizations. The coyotes will make a frequently yipping sound for which they're well known. Based on fossil evidence, the evolution of coyotes probably occurred within the last million years or so. By comparison, the evolution of modern humans occurred sometime around 150,000 to 200,000 years ago. It is believed that modern coyotes appeared sometime after the latest extinction of large animals during the Ice Age. Forced to compete with wolves, they may have adapted by becoming smaller in size. Because of their genetic similarities, coyotes are capable of producing viable hybridizations with wolves and even domesticated dogs. These hybrids, sometimes called a coy wolf or coy dog, are relatively rare in the wild because of the few opportunities to mate with other species. Some of the reasons for this rare hybridization may include differences in geographical range, different breeding seasons, and hostility between species in the wild. The coyote has an extensive range across most of North America, from as far south as Panama to as far north as Canada and Alaska, though it occurs in greatest density across the Great Plains. This highly adaptable animal has evolved to live in mountains, swamps, forests, plains, deserts, and even tropical rainforests. As coyotes become even more common, they have learned to live alongside humans in urban and suburban settings. The range sometimes overlaps with wolves, but as wolf populations have fallen, these animals have benefited by taking over these ranges.